Right now, I'm going to show you how to make an espresso with your Casabrews Espresso Machine. So first, let's go over the machine. You have the main body of the machine here. You've got your drip tray down here, a little cover that comes on and off so you can dump it out. This little red thing right here in it, it's just a plastic piece, and when it fills up, this will come up, so it's kind of like a little bobber in the water. So that'll alert you if that red button comes up, then you know that you need to empty out this tray. But here on the back, you've got your water tank, so you will just pull up on it to remove it. It does have a little notch here that you can get your fingers in to lift it up. Of course, you'll fill it up with water. It does have a max fill line here on the front here, so you don't want to overfill it. And then you're simply going to slide it back down and kind of push it into place. And then this is all the kind of supplies and stuff that you get with it. So you do get a scoop here, and then a tamper, so we'll tamp that down when we're making our espresso. You get two baskets here. One is for a double shot, one is for a single. And then here you have your portafilter, which is this whole thing with the handle. And then you get this, which is a plastic piece with two needles on it. And this is to clean out your portafilter if you need to. You have this little hole here at the bottom, and this needle goes right in there to clean that out. So if you ever get a clog or something, you can clean it out with the needle. And then it does have another larger needle that can be used to clean out your steamer if you ever get a clog or anything. So just save that. If you ever need it, you will use it to clean out the machine. Let's go ahead and make our espresso here. So for your basket, you're just gonna pick the one that you want. So here I've got the double shot basically, or 2 cups is how they kind of say it. So here's the difference in size here. Now to put them in, they have these little bumps on the side and then a little slot here that is in around the rim of the cup. And a little slot here, as you can see, around the rim of the cup. And that's where the knot is, and you are just going to drop that in. So you line it up here, there's your little groove there in the portafilter. You just drop it in there, and then if you turn it a little bit, then it locks the basket into place, so it's not just gonna fall right out. So I've got espresso here, so this is just your typical normal coffee beans that is ground really fine. So you want it to be really finely ground. Now I have used just regular grounds, but the finer grounds is gonna give you a better crema on top. So you're just gonna fill it up. There is a max fill line, so you don't wanna fill it up more than that. So I put a little in, shake it a little bit, put a little more in, shake it a bit, just to even it out. And then using the back of the spoon here, I'm just gonna tamp it down. And you do wanna firmly press down, so you want a nice, firm, packed coffee. And then around the edge here, any coffee that gets on the edge, you do wanna get that off. And then inside of the cup here, there is a max fill line. So there's a max fill line right there. You don't wanna overfill it. Now here on the machine, it does tell you how to put it in. This is the unlock, this is the lock side. So here you have the little wings on the portafilter. Those need to line up here on the unlock side. They'll line in, and then when they're in place, you will just push it over and it will lock into place. Now I've noticed that the espresso machine is so light that you need 2 hands to do this. You need to put a hand on the espresso machine and then push it over here. Now when you first get it, before you brew your first espresso, what you want to do is put the portafilter in empty without any coffee in it whatsoever, turn the machine on, put a cup or a measuring cup or something underneath the basket, and then you're going to press and hold the 2-cup button and the steam button at the same time. Press and hold them in for 5 seconds, and it will start the flush cycle. And you want to flush it out after it hasn't been used for a while, like when you first buy it. It's been sitting in storage, so it hasn't been used. Or if you've just left it on the counter, you haven't used it in a month or so, you do want to flush it out. It also recommends, if you do want to heat up a cup first, right? So if you want a good temperature espresso, if you're really worried or concerned about that, you want to run it empty as well first, because that'll heat everything up, right? Because the basket's cold. Of course, it depends on where you live and the temperature around, but if you do want a hotter cup, you do want to run just water through it first. So here's the on-off button, so we will turn it on here. Really simple here. We've got 3 basic buttons, so we've got 1 cup, 2 cups, and steam. I'll show you the steam here in a second. So I'm going to do 2 cups here. So of course I've got my cup here underneath the basket. We're going to hit 2 cups. And it gets started really fast. So it does brew really quick. And that was really fast, right? So the cycle itself takes about 20 seconds, and then just waiting for the drips to come off, it's about 30 seconds brew time. So that is really fast. And then on top there, we've got that nice golden crema. Looks really good. Now I want to show you how to use the steamer. So here I've just got a measuring cup here. When you first use it, you will turn it on here and it's just going to pump water out, right? So see, as I was just pumping water out, you want to do that for just about 8 to 10 seconds. You want to get that pump full of water because it's probably not primed, so there's not going to be a lot of water in the pump. Okay, then we're going to switch it off here. And now I'm going to swap out here and we are going to steam my milk. So for the steam cycle, I'm actually going to push the actual steam button. It'll beep here. And now I'm going to do that same thing. I'm just going to turn the switch, turn it on. And now we've got steam here. So I'm holding it at the top of the liquid here. You don't want to submerge it too much. You want to hold it at the top of the liquid and then kind of bob it up and down. And that's going to force the air and steam into your milk. And it's going to give you that nice froth. When you're all done here, you're just going to hit the off button. And it's got a pump in it, so you'll hear the pump kind of pumping as you go through it. Now, one thing you want to do, make sure, is that you get that milk off of the steamer immediately. So you want to use a wet rag or something and just wipe that off. That's going to help maintain it and keep it lasting longer, keep everything nice and clean. And then there you go. You're just going to dump your cream and your froth into your cup here. Got a little full cup there. And then if I had less liquid in here, it's actually going to foam up better. So here, I'll go again and show you how good we can get it to foam up. So there we go. I need a little bit of practice, but I've got more foam here on top. If I wanted to, I could put that on top of my coffee there. So now we're all done here. We'll grab the portafilter, and it's just a little bit of a quarter turn here, drop it down, and then now we can go ahead and discard that. Be safe, or be careful. It is hot, so it's going to be hot here, but you can discard that, clean it out, and get ready for your next cup. And I really like it. Super easy to use. Love how it tastes, love how everything comes out. Now I can just kind of play with everything, get better at kind of frothing and stuff, some milk with the steamer. And that's it. I think it makes a delicious cup of espresso. Of course, coffee beans and lots of factors come into play, so I'm really going to kind of play with this, experiment with different beans and stuff like that, but really happy that I have an espresso machine. I love kind of the crema on top, and it makes that really nice espresso. If you like tutorials on household items, electronics, things like that, feel free to subscribe, check out some other videos. My name is Drew. I'll see you in the next one.